All right, guys, welcome to Star Wars unofficial podcast. I guess that's what we want to call ourselves now.
No, just Star Wars Month podcast.
Star Wars Month
Yeah.
podcast. Okay, the Nerdy Phase Star Wars Month podcast.
Episode 2, baby.
Episode 2. We're not attacking any clones, sadly.
Attack of the Nerds.
Attack of Nerds. Okay. So, I mean, I have my Star Wars shirt. I really like this one. Boba Fett. Can't beat it.
Yeah, good colors. Just Bullet Bill for me today.
Bullet Bill. And then Tom's got his Jedi symbol. So, we got Dagan here. These two have been really spreading managed democracy in the last couple of weeks, it seems like.
Yep, I've only streamed once. That was Thursday. I finally got all my software back up and running. So,
I should be back on starting Thursday, and my streaming stuff is not working right now. I'm trying to figure out some stuff with it. So, but yep, Dagan, he's streaming now.
No, not streaming, just playing.
I know she's
nope.
Dagan,
but you're on stream with me, and that kind of doesn't count.
I mean, yeah,
really counts.
I might be on with somebody,
but anyways,
I'm not gonna go out my way to show you guys how bad I am.
But
I've been doing pretty good.
All right, guys. Well, let's start off with what nerdy thing have you really done this week?
Oh God. Did I do anything this week? I mean, of course, got my computer back up and running, so streaming, all that kind of good stuff. Let's see. I am desperately trying to find the schematics to my launch. What?
I said I like holding my mic. I feel official.
You like having round things in your hands, don't you? Open up wide. You're right. Oh yeah, some ASMR.
Headphone users, we apologize.
Yeah, right.
Too late. Not in advance. It's too late.
Wait.
Sorry.
Pop up. What is it? Damn it. Oh yeah, Peter. Fuck. Come on.
Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Where's the pack of pickled peppers? Peter Piper picked.
Argyle's gargoyles. No.
That was a good one. Okay. So
going back. So I'm desperately trying to find schematics to my
special.
Fuck. To my lawnmower. So I've got a Ryobi 18-inch 40 volts push behind lawnmower. And honestly, the thing's pretty dope. It's nice and light. Like my front yard is super small, so I don't really need a whole lot. My backyard's big, but the biggest issue is it's just nothing but a big ass hill. So it's really nice having that nice light, plastic lawnmower to get the job done. So it still works. The problem is that the mechanism is like there's a button you press down and then you pull a handle and then it starts going. So the issue that I'm having right now is it's not turning on when I do the thing. So I removed the back cover and something came loose. I don't know what it is. I tried putting it back together. I don't know where everything goes. I think a spring popped out loose. Because everything still works. I can still click the button internally to make it go. Yeah, stop fucking yawning. I know it's boring. Fuck off. That's the nerdy thing I'm doing right now. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to fix my...
I respect it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix my lawnmower, and I'm after I figure out how everything works on the inside and where that last spring goes, I want to start going on a personal journey to try to print my own parts out to make it a little more reliable, so I don't have to deal with this bullshit again. So that's really the nerdiest thing I've got going on, other than more Helldivers, because that's the only game that matters to me right now.
Yeah, thank God you don't have a John Deere. You might have a black-coated men knocking at your door about printing repair parts for your tractor.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I got the plate carrier. Oh. For anybody who doesn't know, this patch right here, it's a Velcro patch. I'm not going to take it off and put it back on because it's a pain in the ass to get it recentered. It's not even centered now, but this is as close as it's going to get. But yeah, I've got a plate carrier. Hold on.
Anyway, for all that work to take it off, just put it back on.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's kind of nerdy.
Right there in the center of the chest.
Nice. So lawnmowers, very exciting, Tom. Very, very exciting.
Because I like pew-pews. If we ever want to have a pew-pew episode, which I know it's probably not going to be a while, just due to the fact that we want to be monetized at some point in time first. So after we start making money, we'll start having more fun episodes.
Did you hear that, people?
Nick-
Pay us.
Pay us.
Pay us. Then we'll talk about whatever shit you want.
Exactly.
Patreon win.
Yep. Patreon, locals, whatever it is. Just, yeah. But we got to get those views first. So please support
But
us.
yeah, I mean, I've been boring. I haven't really done anything nerdy, to be honest with you. Stardew Valley. I haven't really played anything this week. So
It's the end of the school year. Things going to get, like, things slow. I feel like things slow down at the end of the school
I
year.
did have a fun weekend.
What'd you guys do?
Each other? I'm kidding.
Hey, this is a family show. Not.
But I mean, it was only, one night. I'm sorry, Tom.
That's not nerdy. Nerds
It's
don't have
not.
sex.
He got you
Nerds
there.
have neck beards and play video games in their parents' basement all the time.
Well, I broke that rule a lot. No, I didn't really do anything. Honestly, it was her birthday. My wife's birthday this weekend.
Oh, we'll tell her happy
Yes.
birthday. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we she got her birthday next day, Mother's Day. Perfect combo.
Nice.
So usually in May, I just say it's her whole month because we got engaged on May 4th. Yes, I did that on purpose. May the 4th be with you. And then usually it's her birthday. Then usually the next week is Mother's Day, and then the 23rd our anniversary. So, just she can have the whole month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did help. We did build Animal Crossing Legos,
Cool.
which was pretty
Nice.
cool.
Which
So-
set did you get?
All of them. I got all of them for her.
Someone dropping
didn't-
some cash, making it rain.
Yeah.
Tom, I think he's holding that on a show revenue on us.
Yeah, right? Come on.
Anyone can sponsor me to buy more Animal Crossing stuff or any video game merch. It's fine. But yeah, I haven't really done anything. Probably Saturday morning. I'm going. Well, no, I might dive into some of Uden Chronicles. But then I'll talk about. I'm gonna go to a car show. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Okay.
So, Midwest Muscle is the car show that's putting it on at the sports complex, Allison Sports Complex. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I'll tell you about it next podcast. So,
Cool.
But I'm boring this week. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, end of the school year, so it's like, I don't know, plus Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to any mothers who might be watching, or, if you have a mom, make sure that you told her happy Mother's Day. Otherwise, you're a piece of shit.
Our 1% of females that watch this,
Yeah.
99% males,
No, more like 0.001%, but,
probably. If you're,
Mhm.
if you're between the age of 34 and 50, because that's the range that watches this show, I know you have a mother out there. And if you don't, I'm really sorry. So, but anything exciting for you this week, Dagan?
No, I'm the most boring of them all.
Nothing.
Not a whole lot. Been to the doctor. Apparently have a giant kidney stone that I'm going to have a surgery to get rid of. It's minor
Oh,
surgery.
okay.
I'll be all right.
That's
Yeah.
not bad. I mean, at least they take it out surgically, not where you have to piss it.
Yep, that was me
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
years ago, back when
I've never done that.
before the Sprint at Radio Shack days when I was down in Springfield. I always like
Sprint
to
on Radio Shack days.
Yep. I always like to equate my passing experience. You know how, like, if you've got a tube and something pops out the tube, it kind of makes a thump noise?
No.
What? A tube? Like, so if you've got a
Yeah.
tube and you've got something that coming out of the tube and there's that air pressure behind it, it kind of makes
Oh,
a
okay,
thump.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sound, that was the feeling of it coming out.
Yeah, no. Sprint to Radio Shack days. Dagan was one of my first customers. Came in and upgraded the phone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
And then he sent one of his friends too, and he came in the very next day.
Oh,
So
I
I
don't
did
even remember what I got
something-
it then.
semi-nerdy a few minutes ago.
a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Minutes.
So
45.
yeah, something like that.
Sorry.
No, so I was hanging out. I was gonna start playing what was it? Farm Simulator, because it was free, and I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, I'm just gonna click on it, call it good. I was
2022.
I was just hanging out. I was gonna wait for it to load and everything, and then Gunnar comes up with his tablet. Hey, can you get this these headphones set up for me? It's like, yeah, no, not a problem. I'd be more than happy. Just some cheap Bluetooth headphones that he's had for a while. And he just wanted to get it set up. Turn it on. It's like, and it just got one of those thumbnails where it's just like this chick was like on her knees, going like this to like a boy. You know, it was on YouTube, so it wasn't anything too explicit. And then something about 2 inches, something about 2 inches was displayed on the screen. And then when I actually went out and saw the description of the video, something like "girl makes makes fun of boys' wiener size." The guy's like the
I'm
kid's
looking for
9
my
years
light.
old. No.
I'm listening.
Yeah, the kid's 9 years old. So I'm like, go take this to your mom. She goes over there and somehow he accidentally clicks out of it by the time he gets over there. Yeah, bullshit. So I had to get up and I'm like, okay, this is under your watch. He's like, I never watched. I accidentally clicked on it. Like I didn't even watch it. Okay, why is it over halfway through the video and it's a 9-minute video? So he's pulling all these things. So Amber's looking through his history, and it's like, is there anything else on here that I'm gonna want you to, I'm gonna be unhappy that you watched? He's like, I don't think so. I'm like, so yes, no, I don't think so. Is pleading the fifth, so you can't be incriminated for saying no when we find something. I was your age once. I did this once. I know what you're doing.
That's funny.
Nothing that I would know about. I mean, if
nothing
it's there. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody else is
I
playing.
did this once, or do you still do this, Tom?
What?
I did this once, or do you still do this? That's the question of the day.
Doing what? What are you talking? Watching stuff that a child isn't supposed to be watching? I'm not a child. I can watch whatever I want. Moving on. So I spent between that, so probably about 8 o'clock till right before I came down here, trying to get the family account set up so we can restrict everything and see his history and everything, just to make sure there's no shenanigans going on in the background. Oh, also that's another thing, is he turned off the parental control, like restrict videos to. So
smart kid.
When we, I mean, I'll give him props for that. But I know when we set up these new tablets, every one of them, we went on YouTube, we clicked it, boom, good to go. His was the only one that didn't have it on there, and he's like, no, I never turned it off, I never did it. It's like bullshit. Out of the three of you, you're the one we were most worried about, and you're the only one who doesn't have it on there.
I mean, I must have just dropped it, and it must have just magically clicked off. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, she tripped and fell on my dick. Yeah, like, not my fault. Kids are assholes. Yeah, you've got it muted. Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I know. So, but let's move on to nerd news real quick. What'd you guys think of that? The Nintendo World Championships NES edition.
Oh, I didn't even get around.
I mean, I watched it. I was like, I thought they were going to do another actual contest.
I thought so too.
It's just a game. I mean, they did those NES remix games from like on the Wii, I think.
Yeah, and I mean,
it's just
those cartridges were rare when you had them. You only got them for the way, because I went to one, when early 90s. I participated, and I was like 9, 10 years old. I actually convinced my dad to let me go to one, and we went to one because it was like a couple hours from where we lived. So I got through I mean, I lost in the second round. These kids were just dedicated to it. But if you won that preliminary round, they sent you this cartridge or something similar so you can practice for the actual World Nintendo Championships. I mean, I think if they had it now, if they did it, I think I can compete, because a lot of the competitions are like Mario, stuff like that. Super Mario Brothers 35. You ever played that when they came out?
Yeah.
I was like god at that game.
So when you're saying remix, you're talking about like a cartridge, or pretty much something where it's like it's
just so for the Nintendo World Championships, when they gave you out these cartridges, it was like clips of games that you had to play, and you had to, within that certain amount of clip or that certain time, you had to get the highest score, and that's how they rated you. So every game had a certain amount. You had to maximize what you can within that clip. And so if you did that, then you beat whoever you beat, kept advancing, stuff like that. And that's what this is. That's what the championship cartridges were, and it's going to do the same thing. Kind of, I think it looks like it's going to be the same thing. I don't know,
Okay,
but
so it's like one of those like
so
Zelda things where like every single time you walk through a door, it takes you to like something that's not supposed to be on the other side of the door. It takes you to like
it's not a randomizer. It's like
randomizer.
It's a whole bunch of NES games, and they've just snipped them down into like mini game format. So it's like, like I saw like one in the clip says like World 1-1 of Mario, like Super Mario Brothers. Like, how fast can you get the mushroom?
right.
So it's like
that kind of
4-second challenge. And
it's like a micro game.
Yeah,
okay.
and then they
so it's not even a full level or a full map.
No.
It's literally just one aspect of said thing. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And back on the Wii, they were called NES remixes, and they were the kind of the same thing, just little like snippet challenges of old NES games.
And that's what they
Sounds
did
fun.
for the World Championships. Like, how quick can you do this? How fast can you get the score? Things like that. And that's how, and the way you won was based on score and how fast you can get through this cartridge.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just a Switch release, so it's not a competition. I mean, there's
I
leaderboards, but there's not like a big go here and do a competition. It's just
yeah. No, all that makes sense. But yeah, I wasn't too sure. But that kind of looks. So is that going to be a separate game, or is that going to be available on the Nintendo? Do we know that much?
It said eShop and
okay,
there's
so
a physical special
they're
edition.
doing physical,
So you got to purchase. So it's going to be a separate game. It's not going to be
a $60 game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck that.
So,
I'm not gonna spend money on it.
Also, did you I put a little thing underneath there. Also, did you see the MetaQuest 3? I don't know if it's on the MetaQuest 2. I'll have to look because that's one I have. But you can do Halo Infinite on VR.
I heard about it. Yeah, the Halo Infinite sucks. So who cares?
I mean, Halo sucks in general, but that's another podcast altogether. It's a very hot take. I'm sorry, guys.
That is a hot take because there's been some fantastic Halo games. Infinite's just not one of them.
I mean, I played Halo. Here's a side trail while Tom is doing something. This shocks a lot of people. You're on mute, Tom. You're muted.
Sorry, I hit my vape, but I found my lube.
What?
My lube sitting right here next to my computer.
Oh, you need it.
No, it's for my baritone.
That's valve oil.
Valve oil. It's my lube.
It's not lube.
So he wouldn't know what lube is anyway. He don't use it.
Raw dog for life.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Anyways, I've never beaten a Halo campaign. None. Not a single one.
I wish I had a disconnect button right now for you.
Never played a Halo campaign. Never beat one. I played some. I just never beat one.
The original Combat Evolved is so good. It's like the perfect couch co-op campaign.
I mean, I played so much multiplayer of that game. That and Halo 2, I played a shit ton of multiplayer because it was very popular in college dorms.
But you never just had a buddy, you just couch co-opted it?
So that's what we need is Dagan, you don't have Master Chief Edition on your
I have all the Halos, so
on PC?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I have
you get Game Pass. Okay, so maybe
I have Game Pass. I can play any Halo game, yeah.
So maybe that's something we could do. Maybe one day.
Let's play Halo.
We can do a
here's
Let's Play Halo and
here's another hot take. You ready?
No.
I've never played or beaten, since I've never played, how can I beat it? Any Gears of War games.
I mean, that's less of a hot take. They were console locked, so if you weren't an Xbox player,
yeah, very specific.
Well, I wasn't an Xbox owner. That's the thing.
That's what I mean. That's not as hot a take.
Okay, well, I take that back. I did have a 360, but I never played Halo on that thing. I did own an Xbox One, and then I traded it in for a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, the Gears of War games were very good. I mean, you did miss out on some stuff, but that's not as hot a take as like Halo.
I think you and I were hanging out on a consistent basis during the Xbox 360 era.
I think so, yeah.
Back when you were dating.
Because I had a 360.
We were both with soul-sucking women.
Yeah, because I had the Halo Reach 360.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that console. It's the best freaking special edition console
This
ever.
isn't a Halo episode, but I remember one of the times we hung out there again. You had just gotten Halo Risk.
Oh yes.
And like we were dominating. Like I was dominating. Josh was like, we were playing with Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the flood. He was very weak. We had eliminated someone else, and we thought it was just gonna be an all-out war between you and I, because we're like, oh, we're gonna destroy Josh. And all of a sudden, like my left side was super weak. We didn't know. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take over. The world is round. What? You were like, no, we did not know.
Yeah,
it did not show, and it was just a little thing. Yeah, he just figured it out, and we're like, and he just wiped out everybody. And ironically, he was the flood. So
yes, it was very, very flood-like. It was great.
Yeah, do you still talk to Josh or not really?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I figured once he divorced your sister, probably wouldn't be much there.
Yep.
So I saw that coming. I'm just saying. I don't know if you did or not, but but anyways, enough about Halo. But yeah, so Halo Infinite on VR, I know Halo Infinite didn't get very good reviews. Not many people liked it. I played it a little bit because I can get it for free on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
But I think it looks interesting. But
yeah, I mean, Halo's a good series. It's just there's a lot of just bad choices made on that game.
Yeah.
Sorry, terrible timing doing this, but I'm kind of getting pissed off at my my mic. So I'm trying to do something right now. I've got for my Mickey Mouse thing that I ripped off last week. I'm trying to put that in here just so there's something a little extra to grip it on, so I can have it sitting like this, so I can have my arm lower.
Yeah. That's a nerdy thing he's doing right now. Look at that.
Yep, indeed.
Fixing his mic.
Yep. So
I just made my RBGs match my keyboard, so that's all matters. Oh, by the way, the HyperX keyboard, this thing, I am liking it a lot. It's really good.
You should do a mini phase review on it.
Maybe I might do a mini phase Saturday night. I might do something like that. I have to put the kids to bed. I'm gonna talk about, because I might have some more gaming in. I might talk about Eiyuden Chronicles. I'm hoping to play that quite a bit in the morning. So, but or not, I might do a review on one of my games. Just a quick 15-20 minute review. And then I might blog about it later. I don't know. So that's going to be my thing, mini phase.
Content. I invented the mini phases, so you're welcome.
Yeah, and then Tom would do one, later on. So then we circle back. But anyways, let's move on. Other pieces of news. The Office. Were you guys fans of The Office at all?
Wait, was that real? That just looked like a fake post to me.
It is real, yeah. But what they did is they just clipped those faces on there because those are gonna be the actors playing those characters. It came from IGN. IGN does not do fake news ever.
They do sometimes
on April Fools. So, but the Office spinoff has been a thing for a hot minute. You're muted, Tom. So they're getting Peacock now owns the rights to a lot of NBC shows, so they're going to do an Office spinoff, and it's going to be, if you read the article, it's not going to be like The Office, but it's going to be based out of in the Midwest. So cheers for us.
I think they're too late to that party.
Yeah, and I don't think calling The Office spinoff is a thing, because it's not. I don't feel like it's a thing.
I mean, I feel like Parks and Rec might as well be a spinoff. I mean, if
right. They could just say another mockumentary from the producers of The Office. That's what it would. So
they could do it if it's like the same paper company, but it's like a Midwest office and different
So,
wackiness
yeah.
ensues.
Yeah, I
I mean,
guess
you could
that'd
make
be-
it a spin-off, but
but
at this
yeah.
point, who cares?
And
don't
then
care.
back to movies. It looks like they're doing a new Lord of the Rings movie that's
Yeah,
set
I'm
to come
curious
out
to
in
see,
2026. I don't know.
See what they do with that. There's-
I mean, Lord of the Rings, the movies are good. I think they did those really well.
Mhm.
There's a few things hit or miss that were different from the books, but if you read the books, they're so boring. That's a hot take, probably.
We just lost 2 subscribers.
Yep.
So J.R.R. Tolkien, his I just don't like his writing style. I read the first book all the way through, the second book all the way through, and I got halfway through the third one. So it's not like I didn't not read the books. It was just boring. So much detail. I read The Hobbit as well. So, but those Hobbit movies, garbage.
Yeah, I
You
could
said
agree
the
with that.
movies were good.
The Lord of the Rings movies are good. Not The Hobbit. The Hobbit's garbage. Half the shit is made up.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
I think I just figured my mic out.
we just lost 3 more subscribers.
Yep. Yeah. Now this thing isn't all the way
We're
up
gonna lose
here.
them all if we don't start talking about Star Wars soon.
True.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, talking about stuff in general, having a good time.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's really all. I mean, I got lazy. Sorry, guys, but that's really all I have in nerd news for now. I can search, but I
There's a
think
new,
that's
new
good.
Chronicles of Riddick movie.
Chronicles of
Didn't talk
Riddick.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel gonna lose some weight for it?
It's okay.
Yeah, there's a 4th one coming. It's in the news.
Yeah, I do remember that. I've seen that. The first one was good. The second one,
First one was good.
Third one,
I
it was
never
better.
remember the third one.
Wait, was the third one you got to see Bo-Katan's chest in?
You're talking like Kate Sackhoff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen 3. I've seen.
It is.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't realize Bo-Katan was a bounty hunter. Ironically.
Keeping the Star Wars relevant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's stuck off.
So
if you ever want to see Bo-Katan topless, go watch Riddick 3.
it's just called Riddick.
I don't know what it's called. The
go to
third one
Google.
in the Riddick verse.
Riddick. It's called Riddick.
There you go.
I know what it's called. It's got Van Diesel.
Oh.
I saw it in theaters.
Sergio's like, it's got Vin Diesel, I'm in.
Not really, because I mean, he is in the MCU as well, which is a lot of people don't really realize that.
I am Groot.
So, but that's another story altogether. No MCU. So, for all you gamers out there, and maybe you're not a fan of Star Wars movies, but you like the games, we'll be right back with that. First, a word from our sponsor.
Dubby. Gotta get you some Dubby.
Are you thirsty? Are you always dehydrated? Well, guess what? Dubby offers a hydration series for you, where you can get it for 10% off. The Dubby Hydro Pack, or Dubby Hydration, whatever you want to call it. Promo code SEARCH gives you 10% off. Or if you're looking for a replacement for your coffee in the morning, because let's face it, coffee's not that great unless you buy from Starbucks. But that's not what this is about.
What are you saying? Unless you buy from Starbucks?
No, I'm kidding. No, I don't.
No,
I don't
Starbucks is, for black, just straight coffee. Starbucks is hand down the
this
worst.
This isn't about the coffee. This is about the coffee extract-based energy drink that Dubby offers.
Yep.
Once again, promo code SEARCH. There's liquid in here. I've been drinking some Dubby.
I literally just ran out of my hydration.
So,
I'm kind of sad.
But yeah, now we're let's get back to the show, okay, guys, and let's talk about something other than Dubby. Promo code SEARCH, 10% off. Do it, okay? All right.
Do it now.
All right, and then we're back here, okay? So, anywho, Star Wars video games. That's going to be the topic of the day. Like, are the games canon or are they not canon?
Man, I don't think.
I mean, what does that even mean? I mean, because some of the video games like Star Wars Episode 1, 2, 3, the New Hope.
Yeah.
Those are canon because they're based off the movie. I mean, obviously there's certain events and everything. I mean, right? Would you consider those to be canon because they're based off the movie versus?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't tell an original story, so
yeah, they're
I'm talking about games that have the
adaptations.
original stories, like where I'm like, you know,
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, like that, or like Force Unleashed. We're talking about what's the other ones?
Knights of the Old Republic,
Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Dark Forces, Jedi Knight
TIE
2,
Fighter
Dark Forces
Academy,
2, whatever they're called. So the Jedi
Star
Academy
Wars
series.
Yeah. Star Wars Math, Jabba's Game Galaxy. Is that canon?
Knights of the Old Republic, Coder 2, the Sith Lords, things like that. Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor.
Yep.
So
let's start off because I'm quite sure your guys' lists are going to be a lot smaller than mine. So Sergio, starting off, what games have you played?
Okay, so I've played a lot of them, but I haven't really played like I started playing on the Super Nintendo with Super Star Wars, and I played all three of those. Never beat them because they're hard as fuck.
Yes,
especially I mean, I have it on the PlayStation 4. My wife got something with it. I think she some Star Wars bundle. They came with that game and Star Wars Bounty Hunter and Super Star Wars. That first level, just trial and error. You want to talk about Dark Souls? This makes Dark Souls look like a joke.
Oh yeah,
Super
honestly,
Star Wars was hard.
I would like for those to come out on the Switch, on the the emulator, so I could like save.
Yeah,
every 2
for sure.
seconds.
You really need. I mean, I never went back and did it because when I had emulators, I was more of a fan of RPGs. I went back to play those, but that's besides the point. I did play. So really, my first Star Wars game first games that I really played a lot on was PlayStation. Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. That one was on PlayStation. It was loosely based on Episode 1. That's what it was, and that one was one of my favorite ones. I did beat another one. I forgot about this one. Shadows of the Empire on the Nintendo 64 with Dash Rendar.
Hell yeah.
That one was good, especially when I beat that one. That one was good.
That one was pretty darn good.
I wish that was a canon because that's a good ass story. So, good story. But otherwise, Jedi Power Battles. I'm trying to find it here. I did play what was that game? Pod Racer, and then the Rogue Squadron on the 64 as well.
Yep.
Episode 1 Racer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
That's what
Pod
it
Racer.
was.
Episode 1 Racer, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did play that fighting game, Star Wars Masters of the Terrace Kasai. It's kind of cool. Terrace Kasai. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. It's kind of cool because you can actually play with like different characters, and it's a fighting game. And one of the characters that's really notable there, Mara Jade, which is not canon, but whatever.
Oh shit, she's in there?
Yeah, you can play as Mara Jade, and she's a Jedi.
Power,
It's really
power
cool.
Battles?
No, not Jedi Power Battles. Masters of the Terra Kasai.
Oh, okay.
It was a fighting game on the PlayStation. It was super good.
Nice.
So, but yeah, you can play with that. And Jedi Power Battles was just loosely based on Episode 1. And that one you can pick like different people. It's like came out before the Clone Wars cartoon, stuff like that. I'm trying to find because I know there's certain characters you can pick. But you were able to pick like and see, I'm just gonna start searching for I can't find it. Jedi. So one of the characters you were able to pick was Plow Koon. You start off like going to just the Phantom Menace. It was based off of that. And you rescued Jar Jar Binks, but it was just going through a beat 'em up platformer. Oh yeah, here you go. So you can use Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Mace Windu. You can use a character Adi Galea. That was one of them, and then Plow Koon, which at the time, Plow Koon was that was the first time you saw his name.
Plo Koon, not Plow.
Whatever. I'm not the
I
Star
think
Wars expert here, okay?
I think
Tom?
Plow Koon is a adult anime
It
character.
is. Plo Koon. Is that
Either
better?
that or a really racist porno.
Plow Koon.
But yeah, it was kind of, so that's what it was. It was a lot of fun. You go through like the different places, and that was cool. And then obviously Jedi Fallen Order with Cal Kestis. That I beat. That was really good. Really good. I'm excited to dive into Jedi Survivor now since it's in the Game Pass. So, and then the
Now, has
Battlefront
that
games, I played them all on the PlayStation. Well, not the ones on the PlayStation Portable or DS, but the ones that came on PlayStation 2. And then, of course, I played the new ones that came on PlayStation 4, Battlefront 2. So those were really good. My wife is really good at that game, so watch out. If whoever play it, she'll probably beat you. So I did dabble in some Force Unleashed. I heard it was really good, but never. I dabbled in it when it was for Nintendo Switch. I just never. I think I got to the first Jedi Temple or Sith Temple, whatever they were. So I thought it was cool, but and then Galaxy of Heroes. Ooh, that was a good era.
That was one. Yeah, mobile.
That's how I learned a lot of the characters' names because they just put everybody in there, and I did not know those characters' names.
Everybody. Yep.
So
I don't think there's a single character on there, at least at the time, that I didn't know.
There's a few that I did not know, but I mean at the same time too.
A few like Imperial officers that were obscure, but I shortly after when I
Mine
really
was the
started
Old
getting
Republic stuff. I didn't know Old Republic stuff.
Oh yeah,
like the Sith Lords,
Mhm.
like Darth Nihilus. He was cool.
Nihilus. Yeah,
So-
that man. We tried to grind
Nihilus?
so hard to get Nihilus.
I got him.
I know
finally.
we did, but God, that was a grind. Ugh.
So, yeah, fun game.
Mhm.
I spent way too much money in that game because Sprint had a feature on Google Play. You can put the tab on on your bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I remember one time because I paid the Sprint bill. I was always in charge of the Sprint bill. I remember one time some individual, doesn't matter what the person's name was. This individual was like, "Why is the bill so high?" Oh, I forgot to pay it last month. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. It was like $300 because I just bought the $100 Kyber Crystal pack.
Jesus.
Yeah, I bought that pack like 2 to 3 times. How do you think I got so high?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Like,
I don't think it was specifically a Sprint radio Sprint thing. I think it was an Android cellular carrier thing. Because back when I was working in 18,
oh, okay.
people were
There are
buying a
multiple
bunch of
places you
stuff.
could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Roblox.
That's when I was on the dark side and I was on the light side. I don't know. We'll say dark side because Apple's the light side.
Yeah, but but working at AT&T, I had quite a few kids come in. Well, parents come in. It's like, why do I have such a high? What is this? Oh, you got kids in your plan? They play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they buying a bunch of stuff. Do you need to ground them? Do you need to meet them? I had one kid who like literally was just sitting there and was just like, just playing on the phone and everything, and as soon as like his mom walked away or something, it's like, oh yeah, I totally bought all that stuff, blah blah blah. It's like, and then so I mean, I went ahead and just kept my mouth shut. It's like it's not my problem. Like now as a parent now, yeah, no, he would have done that, and I would have been like, dude. As soon as his mom code, it was like, all right, so we're gonna learn some life lessons, kid. I'm not your friend. I'm here to help her out because she's giving me money. That being said, your son just admitted to me that he's spending a shit ton of money on stuff, and he knew what he was doing. So, but
Yeah.
so lesson to you, kid: don't trust anyone and don't do stupid stuff. But yeah, no.
Parents, watch your kids.
Yeah, watch your kids. I love hearing the stories where kids are going on Roblox and stuff and just like spending thousands of dollars. And they're fucked, because it's not that you can't dispute them. It's just a pain in the ass.
I dispute those a lot at my job. And some of these people come in like, what's Roblox? Blowox? It's like, That's a kid's game.
Mm-hmm.
Do all your kids have access? No, they don't have access to my debit card. Do you have grandkids over a lot? Yeah. I was like, they have your debit card.
Yeah. Or it's set up on your like Google Play or whatever it is.
Yeah. But anyways, back to games. So that so I can't really speak a whole lot on the games. I mean, other than the only ones I've really beaten is Jedi Power Battles, and honestly, Star Wars Fallen Order, which if you're wondering, Star Wars Fallen Order is canon to the story. I think that's the. I could be wrong. I think that's the only game that's canon.
Incorrect?
Okay, well you can correct me later.
Yep.
Master Mobile Ninja.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's really not that much. I mean, so of course, Jedi Survivor, Fallen Order, and then there's also the new.
Well, yeah, Fallen Order, Survivor, same series.
Yeah, but there's also the Starfighter game. Oh shit, I can't think of it. It's like
what's a Star Wars Jedi Starfighter?
No, not Jedi Starfighter.
Rogue Squadrons?
Not Rogue Squadron.
I don't know.
It's the one that came out a few years ago.
The only one I know that came out a few years ago was Rogue Squadron on the VR, and that looked like trash.
It wasn't Rogue Squadron I guess there was a Rogue Squadron on the VR, but no, it was the.
What about you, Dagan? Have you played any Star Wars games?
Yeah, my list is very similar to yours. Although I have played some older ones than you stated, so I've definitely played the Atari.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Games.
I have played the Star Wars original trilogy arcade game.
Arcade game, yeah, I was going to bring that up because I've definitely played that too.
That was in the 90s. That was so good.
Yeah, they had it at the.
It sucked.
They had it at the theater, the Warenberg, before it was the Draft House. They used to have one there.
Yeah, I played it in Florida. They did have it there. They still have it. It still exists. I know some place that actually has that game still.
I'm sure lots of places do.
Well, you know where Godfather's Pizza is in Battlefield, right off Highway 60.
Yeah, their arcade.
Their arcade has it still.
Nice.
Dude, I've always wanted to fight Vader. I could never get that. The game is so hard.
I got to the Vader once.
So and then I
had like a few dollars I pumped into it, but
I don't know what
Star Wars Squadrons came out in 2020.
Squadrons, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, but you didn't name it. You're wrong.
Yeah, because the game was bad.
No, it wasn't. How was it bad? Did
you
play
Squadrons was pretty. I think I played Squadrons.
It was so slow. I played a demo of it, and like the cockpit view was just so boring.
What?
So.
Well, yeah.
You liked it?
Well, you played a demo. So,
yeah.
There were plenty of complaints.
Squadrons.
So, first and foremost, the game came out as a $40 game. So I'm
it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, but I bought it. So, it had a lot of so when it first came out, so I went ahead and bought it. I pre-ordered it, ready to go. Took my computer over to Johnny's house. We had everything hooked up, ready to go. You know, we were going to start playing as soon as it got released, and we were going to play until like the next morning. That was the plan. He bought it through EA. I bought it through Steam. It didn't release on Steam till like 12 hours later. So I was over there just sitting there with my dick in my hands, not able to do anything. The story was shorter than I wanted it to. But honestly, I think the online multiplayer and just the overall game mechanics were great. Like I literally went out and bought myself my joystick and everything specifically to play that game. Now, of course, Johnny had VR. That's the only thing about the game is that it was really difficult, especially when you were in a tie. So the problem is like, so your target's, let's say, 8 o'clock high. So you can't look up and actually see where it's at. So you have to, pull your stick back and you have to start going up. And by the time you start getting there, then you overshoot it and then you have to overcorrect. And the next thing you know, the person's about to get behind you anyway. So if you have your headset on VR, then you actually track them and you can start slowing down and getting ready to actually, get a beat on your target and everything. So, but no, I think the game was great. But I also enjoy flying. I played a shit ton of all three of the Star Wars Squadrons, but we'll get into my game experiences here in a bit. But sorry, continue your game. I just needed to say what
Yeah,
name, the name
Just
was.
Jedi Fallen Order was great. Really cool storyline. Cal Kestis lightsaber is pretty cool. I like the fact that I haven't played Jedi Survivor. I heard it's even better, but I like the fact in that game that you can actually build your lightsaber and put different components into it.
Yep.
So I thought that was really cool.
You technically
So
could with the.
I made pink lightsabers and purple lightsabers, and just for the fun of it, orange lightsabers, which
Pink
are now
isn't canon.
Pink isn't canon, no.
No.
Orange is canon.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Ray.
No, Ray
hers-
has yellow.
Who had the
Baden's
orange
skull. Baden's skull has an orange lightsaber.
They've already said it was orange. It was pretty dang red.
I mean,
It was
could
orange.
tell. I mean, it definitely looked red, but it didn't look as crimson.
Well, Baden's skull was not
like
a Sith. He was a dark Jedi. There was a difference.
I know. Everyone's like, look, he's got the orange. I'm like, man, are you sure your TV's just got bad color calibration?
It looked clear as day orange on my TV because my TV is near perfection.
Yeah.
Don't I have a LG C2. Watch our episode on TVs versus projectors. I'll tell you all about that TV, and it's a beautiful TV.
Yeah.
Yes, I spent too much money on it.
But point is though, it's definitely so yeah, I mean, yes, it looked red, but when you start looking, so if you turned on immediately like another Star Wars movie, you could definitely tell it's a not as
that's besides the
as
point.
the other ones. But yes.
I just know I like the orange lightsaber, and Jedi Fallen Order was cool. I did dabble with the red too. Why not? So Jedi Fallen Order was just cool all around. I liked it. It was definitely. If it wasn't a Star Wars game, I'd still think it's fantastic. So, but I'm excited for Jedi Survivor. Let's skip upcoming games because the one upcoming the Star Wars Outlaws. I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
We'll see. Yeah,
I'm not really liking the character. Like it just doesn't intrigue me. And the story just seems very basic. It just lots of drama. So they could have made this game like Mass Effect, and it could have been great.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how it goes. But all right, Tom, tell us about the gaming experience. Tell us what's canon, what's not canon.
So
it's all you, buddy. Welcome to the Mobile Ninja Podcast.
Yeah, right.
You skipped me.
No, well,
we talked about it while Tom was lollygagging somewhere.
No, I just had to mention the one thing, and then I was going to say, "Hey, it's Dagan's turn again." And
okay,
then you
go
started
for
talking.
it, Dagan.
Yeah,
go, Dagan.
So then you took off.
Yeah, shut your whore mouth, Sergio.
Yeah. God, I only got into Atari. Come on. And then you brought up the arcade. And
go
took off
for
from
it.
there. No, I don't want to now. I don't know. I'm like Sergio. Like I played a lot of the old stuff. So I played the Atari games. Not when they got. I'm not that old, but I collected retro games for a while. So Super Star Wars, played all those. I played a lot of my Star Wars in the 64. So Shadows of the Empire, a lot of Rogue Squadron on the 64. The Episode 1 Racers, played a lot of that. Way too much of that. Had like everybody unlocked. I think it beat the game as much as you could beat the game. So, but then modern stuff, really not much until Fallen Order. Beat Fallen Order, love Fallen Order. I played some Squadrons. It's good. It's a little too flight simmy for me. It's not super arcadey. I wish it was a little more arcade. I wish it.
Tom.
Me? Oh.
No, I can hear you clear as day.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, with it, I could. That's why I like the game, because it's very much more like flight sim versus it is.
Yeah, it was a little too sim for my taste. I was kind of hoping for like a little more touch of like the Rogue Squadron.
Yeah,
like a modern Rogue Squadron. It just wasn't that. It's still good. Like the cockpits are beautiful. Like I can definitely see the love put into that game. I have a hard time just balancing the sim because I'm playing with like keyboard and mouse, and that's just not the way to play that game.
Oh yeah, that one. You bare minimum, you need to be rocking a controller for that one.
Yeah.
I will mention with Star Wars Fallen Order. I got a little arrogant for my gaming tastes, and I'm like, I'm really good at games. I need a challenge. Yeah, I put the game on hard from the start.
Got humbled, bro. Did you get humbled?
Yeah.
I got humbled, but then like near the middle of the game, I got the game mechanics down. I humbled the game, so it's not that hard of a game once you learn the game.
I mean, it's got that soulsy mechanic where you just got to learn patterns and stuff and
Oh yeah, I was
timings.
just really good with all the deflecting stuff like that. I also want to mention that Vader Immortal, I do have it. I just never played it. I got it for like $5.
So it doesn't count.
Oh, okay. It doesn't count, but it is on VR. Tom.
Yeah, that would be a fun one to play.
Tom.
So I'm gonna start
What
off.
is canon? What isn't canon? Why?
I mean,
wish
there's only three canon games, but no. Immortal. That's canon.
Vader Immortal.
Yeah, Vader Immortal. That's canon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So random facts.
I wish Force on the one of the games I wish was canon was Force Unleashed. The whole Star Killer thing was cool.
Yeah, Sam Whitworth actually, which I mean, I think I've mentioned on previous podcasts. Like anytime you just want to just get all the good feels, just look up any interview with Sam Whitworth. You know, him talking about his experiences and just being super nerdy during the production of anything Star Wars he's been in. It's such a beautiful thing.
Isn't Battlefront the new one that came out in 2015, but the EA ones aren't those canon or no?
Oh yeah. I forgot about those too. Shit.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, those are canon, right?
Yeah, Battlefront 1. Well, Battlefront 1 doesn't even have a story on it. Battlefront 2 has a story, and yeah, that is canon. That ties it because there's the Battle of Jakku and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, because you're that thing. I mean, my wife started it, but we never got around to finishing it.
Yeah. So, well, so let me try to start.
Go for it.
Instead of Sergio, just mute yourself. No. So, I want to start off with the arcades, just because you said that, and I'm just kind of like nerding out. So I'll start with my not as favorite one. So I don't remember the names of the arcade games. So there's the one that was at the Dave and Buster's where you're like in this big dome thing. And so you actually get to look around and see everything. But of course, you're on the rails, so you're flying around shooting stuff. Cool. And then there was the non-dome version of that I played at the Arnold 14 back when it was still a Warenberg Theater. Now it's not a Ronnie's. Now it's a Marcus Theater, which is just whatever. Point being, though, so I played that one. That one was there for a while. And again, it was like a fighter game, but it was on rails. Whatever.
Yeah, I played that one.
But
the dome one.
Yeah, the dome one was dope. But the best one was Pod Racer, because you actually got to sit in Anakin's pod, or at least a replica of it. And you had the zero turn with the left and right throttle, so you actually got to go forward, you turn left, turn left, turn right. It was such a good game. So I would love to. I'm gonna have to go online later and see if I can't find one for sale. I'm never going to be able to afford it, but maybe if I want to get divorced one day, maybe I can go out and buy it.
I don't know. Them big ones can be found cheap sometimes because no one wants to move them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up and open up a new tab just so it's there, so I can remember to go search it here in a minute. But those were fantastic. So let's start off and let's look at what is in my library right now. So I have.
Your Steam library is impressive.
Yeah. Are we sharing games? No, I don't think we are. So
we should.
Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. I've played and beat that one. Star Wars.
Wait, do Lego Star Wars actually count though? That's not canon.
They're not canon. No, I'm not. I don't give a shit about canon right now. I'm just talking about fucking games. I'm going through what's my list right now. Oh my God! Nobody cares, Sergio. This is my section of the damn thing.
Let me go through my games. I have the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga.
Cool. I haven't gotten to that yet. You can comment when we get there.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got Clone Wars Episode 3. I haven't beat that one yet. Well, it's Legos. Let's see. We got the Force Awakens. Haven't beaten that one. Not really interested in beating that one. Battlefront 2 Classic. Battlefront Classic. I've played and beaten. Actually, I don't think the first one had a campaign, but I did beat the campaign on Battlefront 2. Empire at War, I beat one of those campaigns. I keep meaning to go and download all the mods, but I just haven't done that yet. Episode 1 Racer. Yep, I played through that one and pretty much beaten it, I think. Battlegrounds. I've not played Battlegrounds, but that one's also an RTS. I just never really got down on it just due to the fact that, I already had an RTS game. So I only played the one. Let's see, going back. Fallen Order, played and beaten that one. Dark Forces. That was actually one of the first games I ever got on PC. So we had an old, I don't know, Windows, maybe it was Windows 95, probably Windows 95. I had an old compact 95 computer, but we ended up getting Star Wars Dark Forces. I even remember a couple of the codes. So all the codes started off with LA, so Lucas Arts. The one for invincibility was LALAME, lame. There was LA Max Out for unlimited weapons. So, I don't want to play that again. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the install button, because we're being nostalgic right now. Let's see. Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. I have not beaten that, but I played a shit ton of it. What are you? Mysteries of Sith. Have not beaten that one, but I have dabbled. Jedi Knight 2 Outcast. I have beaten that one. Jedi Academy. Have not beaten that one. Jedi Survivor. Still need to play through that one. KOTOR and KOTOR 2. I played both of those and beaten them. Star Wars Rebel Assault 1 and 2. I need to play those games still. I've got Star Wars Rebellion? Oh, maybe this is the RTS. How many RTS games do I have?
I don't know anything about RTS Star Wars.
They're good. Yeah, so I guess I've got 3 RTS games. All right, Rebel Assault 1 and 2, Star Wars Rebellion, Republic Commando. I beat that back when I had it on 360. Rogue Squadron 3D. So I have played Rogue Squadron 3D. Played all 3 Rogue Squadrons and beaten all 3 of them. I only owned the original Rogue Squadron just because I never had a GameCube. But I had to go over to my buddy's house and we would play. The best part about those games is that they had split screens co-op.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Let's see. Shadows of the Empire N64. I played and beaten that a long time ago. Star Wars Squadrons. So my biggest complaint about Squadrons, though, is I feel like they could have just done more in terms of they could have done more with the story. It was a relatively short game. I think that was my biggest complaint on it overall, other than the initial release. There were some glitches, especially with the joysticks. The joystick had some like I forgot what they called it. So if you barely moved it, it wouldn't do anything. You actually had to make a major move. So my joystick would start picking up this, but the game wouldn't pick up this. The game wouldn't start picking up until I hit here, which is super annoying. So that was
Dead zones.
Yeah, dead zone.
Big.
There we go. So they fixed that. Let's see. Star Wars Starfighter. Yep, I played and beat Starfighter on. I never owned it on the N64, but I did beat it on the computer. Clone Wars Republic Heroes. I started playing it, but it was just kind of more of a platformer, and I've never been a huge platformer. Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2. So I also have Unleashed on the Switch. But unfortunately, on the Switch edition, they decided to port over the Nintendo Wii Force Unleashed. And that is disgusting. I started playing it. I had to stop quickly because of how horrific the game was. But I do kind of want to come back and play it on the PC again. Let's see. What are you? Star Wars TIE Fighter. I downloaded that game and kind of.
You have a lot of Star Wars games.
Oh, I do. X-Wing Alliance.
He may be the bigger fan.
X-Wing Special Edition. So those are those old games like Windows 95 type stuff. X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, also another like Windows 95 game. So that's everything that I own. But going to some games that I've actually played,
well, how many of those have you beaten?
I've beaten. So I haven't beaten. So like two of the 3 RTS games I have not beaten. I have not beaten the Clone Wars just because I didn't really love it. I haven't really beaten or gotten too far on the Force Unleashed. No, not the Force Unleashed, but the like the X-Wing Alliance, X-Wing Special Edition, X-Wing vs. Starfighter. Like they're on there, and one of these days, I'll probably go through and beat them. I just haven't gotten there yet. I've probably beaten 75% of my Star Wars games that I've got on here. So obviously I've got some stuff that I'm not going to touch anytime soon, but I would like to. So going back to other games, because I remember playing episode 1 on the PlayStation. That game was fucking difficult.
So was Jedi Power Battles.
I bet it was, but yeah, no, just running around went through the story, just wasn't great. Let's see, Arena Ewoks.
What the audience wants to know is what games are considered canon and why are they considered canon?
They're considered canon because they were made after a certain date, after Disney bought it.
Basically,
Yeah.
They were made after the Disney acquisition and not in production before then. Probably canon.
Yeah,
not a lot of games.
That's really about it. So we're talking, Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order, Squadrons,
Outlaws will be canon.
Outlaws will be. There's two other. Well,
Battlefront 2.
Game. Oh my God! Let me fucking talk. There is also another one that's coming out, which is going to be Star Wars Eclipse. That one, I think that one is Old Republic. So we'll see.
What Star Wars Hunters is coming out too.
I don't see Hunters. I think Hunters is more like a PvP game, right?
Yeah, it's coming out for the game takes place after the fall of the Galactic Empire. So
okay.
It is a squad-based arena shooter set between episode 6 and 7. So it is canon.
Okay. That should be fun.
Until it's not, but
Yeah, but it's only on Nintendo Switch, iOS, or Android. And it's coming out June 4th, 2024.
So I didn't play any of the...
I will be playing that.
So I remember playing the episode 1 of New Hope on the SNES. Maybe it was the NES? Maybe it was the NES, not the SNES. I'm looking around for a SNES game on here.
SNES has Super Star Wars.
Yeah, they're all super. So there's Super Star Wars.
So I don't think I ever played Super Star Wars, but I did play Star Wars 1992 on the SNES. Oh, there we go. Super Star Wars. Okay, I did play that. I didn't play any episode 4 games, never played any episode 5 games. Episode 1, Phantom Menace games. Let's see, Phantom Menace. So yeah, I played that one. Star Wars episode 1. Racer, of course, I played that one. Racer Arcade. Oh yeah, Racer Arcade 2000. Oh man, it's so good. Never played Power Battles, Battle for Naboo. I think I played that. Yeah, I played that one. I never beat it, but I did play it. Obi-Wan Adventures. Interesting.
Now, as far as Jedi Fallen Order, I mean, when does that game take place? Replacing the timeline, I'm not sure.
I mean, it's...
Which game?
Fallen Order?
Fallen Order happens, I want to say, 10 years after the fall of the Republic.
5 years after the Republic's conversion into the Empire. So
okay.
And that's when they see the cool thing about this one is for those who haven't played the canon, because that's what we're diving into. The canon of this one is just 5 years after that, and you're a Jedi, formerly a Padawan, Cal Kestis, and his master was killed during Order 66, and you meet this one person. I can't remember her name now.
Yeah, right.
Ceres, right? No, Sarah. Sari. How do you say that name?
Sari.
S-E. Sari, yeah. And she was a former Jedi, a Padawan as well. But she did have an apprentice. No, she became a master.
She wasn't a Padawan. She was just a
master.
She
was a master.
Yeah, she was a master.
And then I know her, she closed herself from the Force because her apprentice or Padawan turned to the dark side.
Yeah, her direct apprentice.
The second sister was it, right?
Yeah, became an Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Became an Inquisitor, so that was
So it's, I mean, see the whole thing with the Inquisitors and secret apprentices and stuff like that. That's why I feel like not Fallen Order, but Force Unleashed should have been the canon. Why couldn't Darth Vader have a secret apprentice? But they also make it. Don't they make it where Starkiller pretty much wipes out all the remaining Jedi, or just wipes out the Order 66 Jedis that are left?
He starts off and he's pretty much an Inquisitor. I mean, more or less, that's what he is starting off. And then I think at the beginning of the second game, what they pretty much try to do is turn him into what started the rebellion.
I mean, he's a clone.
Mhm.
I know that.
Yeah, he's a clone at that point. So I think that's the biggest thing is like he does not start the rebellion.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest issues there.
I heard this is a really good game, and I just really wanted to play it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game.
But...
So you said you haven't played the game yet?
I played a little bit on the Wii because I got it for free.
Oh yeah, that was.
But I just couldn't. It was just awful.
Yeah, we'll talk later. I'll make sure you. I mean, whenever you think you're going to be ready to start getting down on those games, let me know. I'll make sure you have access to my library so you can start playing them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
because it probably won't be for a while. I have other games that I need to do.
Yeah, they are great games, and I would recommend playing them.
Now I know that with I don't know the story of Squadrons, but if you're looking into the canon games, it's really Fallen Order, Squadrons, and Survivor. I mean, Outlaws isn't out yet, but
yeah.
But I don't know. I think like really for me, like Fallen Order, my favorite thing was one of my favorite. Like most games, by the time I get near the end, I'm just like, come on, just finish already, right? I just can't stand it.
Starhawk, there we go. So
that game, huh?
So Star Wars Squadrons. So the first time that I'm aware of that you start talking about that anybody talks about the Starhawk class battleship. Well, Star Destroyer is the Aftermath series. So pretty much the game Squadrons is pretty much like them trying to, I guess, just do some overall, fleet defense, all that kind of good stuff. But more specifically, they are in the process of building the Starhawk destroyer, and that's really what the kind of game's based around.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why it's canon, is just because the Starhawk and its creation and the secrecy of the project, which honestly it's pretty cool what its whole shtick is. So pretty much they would take old Star Destroyers that strip them down, and then they went ahead and just used a completely and totally different philosophy. Obviously they had a bunch of guns, but their biggest thing on it was a huge not retractor, what do they call those? Tractor beam. They have a huge tractor beam on the front of the ship. So it would pretty much just rip Star Destroyers apart. They ripped a Super Star Destroyer from orbit onto Jakku to defeat it in the Aftermath novel. So yeah, it's a cool, cool ship design. But yeah, so that's the main story plot that I wouldn't say makes it canon, but is relevant in canon story.
Jedi Survivor, I'm not real sure on the story plot on that one. I don't want to know, so we'll just leave it at that because I want to play and actually figure it out myself.
Yeah, same.
So we won't really talk about that, but it is it is canon. So, but Jedi Fallen Order,
it's canon until it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order. I was gonna say my favorite thing in that game was at the very end. Like, I feel like they should make a Star Wars game where you're just Padawans running away from Darth Vader, and you open the door. Oh, there's Darth Vader. You have to run, kind of like because that's what happened. Like you're like fighting Darth Vader, and you go to open this door, and he's like right there, like oh shit, and you just turn the other way.
Yeah,
they should do that where you're. It's like have you ever played those games? Well, you may have, but there's it's called it's those 4 versus 1 type deals.
The asymmetrical horror games.
Well, like Evolve, where it's you can be the 4 hunters or someone can be the monster. Friday the 13th, where there's 4 people, and then they did it with Dragon Ball, called Dragon Ball Breakers. There's 4 people. I think they should do that with Star Wars, where there's 4 young Padawans, and and then there's the Darth Vader,
dark.
or younglings.
Yeah.
Just younglings. It just all takes place in the Jedi Temple, and it's a young. It's Darth Vader. You can switch. You can make a switch skins. He can be Anakin, or you can be the Vader skin, and just you have to try to survive the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
From being annihilated. I think that'd be so good. It'd be funny. I would play that.
3D hack and slashes where you're just like blowing through crowds of enemies as Vader. They're just all younglings.
Yeah. Dynasty Warriors.
Yes.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Follow the
Dynasty Warriors Dark Side.
Yeah, Dark Side. Follow the Jedi Temple.
Dynasty Warriors Rise of Vader.
That would be fun.
There you go.
That'd be a fun game though.
Man.
Just anything Star Wars would be fun for that.
What's that?
Just doing a Dynasty Warriors Star Wars, I think would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would. They haven't done it yet.
Wars, being the Jedi, just blowing through like droids
The Clone
and stuff.
Wars, that would be cool. The one that takes place during the Clone Wars, and you can pick different Jedis.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. But anyways, let's wrap up here. Like it, if someone is looking to play a Star Wars game, is there a particular? I mean, it doesn't have to be canon, non-canon. I mean, if you're the type of person that wants canon, yes, Jedi Fallen Order is a great game to start out with.
Yep.
But
I think that's the only choice in today.
Yeah, I mean, there's hopefully they do it. I heard it got canceled and it got greenlit again, and it got canceled and it got greenlit again. Now it's being canceled again. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. I really liked that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
currently in the canceled pile.
What's that?
I think it's currently in the remake or the new one.
The remake is in the cancel process now. It got greenlit. Like, okay, we're gonna redo it and not get canceled again. So,
yeah.
It's just one of those games. Just keep it canceled. Don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, if you're not looking for a canon and you just want to like go retro, old school, Star Wars: Knights of the Republic, it had a great story. If you haven't played it, it has. I love the twist at the end. So,
yeah, I think they're good. I think the Force Unleashed games are a good way to go.
Yeah.
Those games are starting to feel a little old. Like,
I'm hoping that that storyline becomes a movie in canon. So, what game would you recommend, Tom?
I mean,
besides Fallen Order,
so many of them. I mean, Fallen. I mean, if you like flight sims, I definitely think you'll like Squadrons. But I guess probably just go back and play some Rogue Squadron. I honestly, all 3 of them. If you've got a computer, though, if you've got a PC, go ahead and just download Rogue Squadron 3D, the original one. It's a blast. You just fly around. You get to fly some old ones. It's super arcadey. Now, of course, right now I've got Dark Forces pulled up right now in my background, just because I just, it is the classic. It's literally Doom, but Star Wars.
Nice.
Yep. But yeah, that's about it.
Any recommendations for you?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, Fallen Order is. I mean, if you want a modern game, Fallen Order is where it's at. Great game, great mechanics. It's not janky, which is good.
This game came out 2019. I didn't. And then they redid it to come out for the PlayStation 5. In 2021, I just played it last year for a game that's 2 years old or 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Holds up really well.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, Knights of the Old Republic. They're great games. Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are great games. They feel a little old at this point.
The MMO, Old Republic, hot garbage. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah,
so bad. Potential, so bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
So, but I mean, there's not really a whole lot we can talk more about the games.
Oh, there we
We've
go.
determined
That's what I would
What's that?
recommend. I would say KOTOR. If you haven't gotten down to the KOTOR, which they're supposed to be doing the KOTOR, but that's not going to happen. But I would say playing. I think the KOTOR games would probably be my biggest recommendation.
Right.
Especially for
And the fun thing with those, it's an era you don't see in any other place. Like it's the Old Republic.
Yeah.
You don't see that in any of the movies. You don't see that in a lot of the Star Wars. But it's fun to be
Young
in that
Jedi
time.
Adventures.
Yeah.
But I wish we could go more about the games, but there's not really a whole lot.
We didn't talk about the best Star Wars game ever.
What is that?
Star Wars Angry Birds.
Oh,
Star Wars
shit.
Angry Birds.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
dang.
I think there were 2 of them bad boys.
Yeah,
They
so
were. They're so great. Good
so
call.
I played
good call.
the
Great tie-ins.
So when I got the Galaxy Note, there was a special. What do you call that? There was a special. No. Okay, so Angry Birds Space came out first, which I loved it just because it had like the gravity physics. You try to loop around planets.
Physics.
Yeah.
But it was really nice that they came out with the Star Wars one because they were able to include those physics on specific levels, not all the levels, but yeah. But there was
there were good games.
Level.
Good games.
There was a special Angry Birds level specifically for the Note whenever it got released, which was pretty cool.
I will say
exclusive levels.
Yep.
If we're talking about
what a time.
we're talking about like spin-off Star Wars games and stuff like that. I will say that the whenever Fortnite sponsors Star Wars events, they're pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's just satisfying being able to fight with a lightsaber in that, and actually be able to, like, you could use it too if you to deflect stuff. I mean, they can't. Obviously, a Jedi can deflect all those bullets and have unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
But it does have a limit to what it can do. So
yeah,
but it is still fun. They've done it multiple times. I like it when they have different lightsabers that you can just find. You can find Obi-Wan's, Vader's, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, they only had it. They had the blasters, the EE-15 blasters, the one stormtroopers use. Those were cool. They have unlimited bullets. You can find the bowcaster, which is cool. And then you can fight Darth Vader, and you can get his lightsaber. But this season was kind of weird because there's one I was playing this weekend. That is another thing I did. I played this weekend because my boys wanted to play with me. Talk about my kids, and I was running around with the EE-15, a bowcaster. Then I had water bending. And I had Darth Vader's lightsaber. So I'm like running all Star Wars weapons, and then I have a water bending scroll, and I'm like, so just funny. But yeah,
I mean, it's the Force. You're using the Force, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say if you got young kids too. I mean, like the Lego Star Wars games, all the newer ones are good.
Oh yeah, I do have the Skywalker Saga. I did play and beat that. Not like 100% it, but I did beat that. And I also did.
If you got little kids,
I did beat the story for. We were just talking about it. Battlefront 2. That honestly, I think that was a really good story though. Did you guys beat the story on that?
No.
It's good. I mean, it is canon. It's some cool. You get to fly around, which I was really sad I never had. Whatchamacallit, VR, because that was the first VR, the first time you got to get inside of an X-wing via VR.
So, since we're on the subject of spin-offs, and then we can wrap up with this, The Sims 4 did come out with something like that as well.
Oh yeah,
it was called Journey to Batu, right? And it's funny because we Anna bought it when it first came out, so she's shot Star Wars, she's got a tattoo of the Millennium Falcon on her leg. When Dagan's seen that picture.
I've seen it. I remember I was down visiting, and you guys met us at.
Oh yeah. You've met her in person, so you've seen it.
Yeah.
Serge done's the Kessel Run in under 3 parsecs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
6-second surge for nothing.
So she bought it. And we, and just like very recently, she remembered she had it, so she journeyed to the destination world called Batu, and we then realized it's Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, that's like I knew that.
Well, we didn't really pay. I didn't know. She didn't really pay attention, but we went to Galaxy's Edge for our honeymoon, and so we're like watching, like, oh yeah, we remember that
Like,
place.
I've been here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You went there and you didn't know it was Batu?
No, I knew it was Batu, but I didn't realize that the Sims did an exact
that
replica.
their Batu was the okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah,
you.
so
Angry Birds Star Wars is no longer available on the Play Store.
no, yeah. And then another spinoff,
the APK.
Disney Infinity 3.0. Now that I had the Ahsoka figurine and I played it with Ahsoka, that was a good ass Star Wars game.
I bet it was.
So it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just weird, but it was just weird. It's just so fun. So, and there's a bunch of canceled games, obviously, but
yeah, it is what it is.
But they should have done Battlefront 3 and 4, which they never did, and Knights of the Republic 3, which could have been. But yeah, those are the big ones.
Just done Battlefront 1 and 2. Well, yeah, Battlefront and Battlefront 2, just like the original Battlefront 1 and 2 from 2004. Big mass.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I thought they were redoing the classic Battlefronts.
They're coming out with this. They came out with a thing,
they
yeah.
Came out with it, but when they say redo, they just like kind of made the skins a little prettier, and a lot of issues I've been hearing, and it's $60 for a game that should not be $60.
Yeah, low effort cash grab.
Yeah, 100%. So not going to spend money on it.
But anyways, so we'll just leave it at that. We gave you recommendations on, what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to fight with Darth Vader, you can fight with him on Soul Calibur 4. He was an Easter egg, or not an Easter egg, but he was an exclusive character.
Yep.
To the PlayStation 3, Darth Vader, pretty badass. So that he was definitely the best one in that thing. I mean, Yoda came out in the Xbox 360 version, so
yeah.
But Vader was better. So, but anyways, any final comments?
No. Come check me on Wednesday and Thursday at Mobile Ninja Gaming. Hopefully Serge finally joins us.
Yeah, I'll be playing Thursday. I don't know if I'll be streaming, but I'll be on Thursday playing some Helldivers. You can hear me on stream with Mobile Ninja, So I've been a little discouraged from social media. So
yep.
But I'm hoping maybe when I make my grand return, I'll get more followers. Because they missed me.
Here's for hoping.
But anyways, like and follow the Nerdy Phase. Where anywhere you listen on your podcast. I don't care where it is. You'll probably find me there. So
facts.
Mm-hmm. And then Dagan's nowhere to be found on social media. He's keeping it that way.
The Nerdy Fade Discord. I'll be there.
Yeah, definitely.
The Nerdy Face Discord. Yeah, join our Discord for sure.
Yeah,
nice group of guys playing.
Talk to the hosts. Play with the hosts.
Yeah, if nothing else, if you're just looking for some people to play with online on a semi-consistent basis, definitely doing that. We want to play games with people.
Yeah, I'll play anything with you guys. I'll play Fortnite, Get Down. I'll play just no Apex.
We need to play some Phasmophobia. I haven't played that.
I don't have that game.
Fuck you, Serge.
Oh, you can't be that expensive. Surely you don't sell pretty cheap.
But yeah,
it's fun.
Well, I want to do a Let's Play sometime. We should do that one Thursday or something like that. If no one's playing Helldivers, we can do a Let's Play and just pick a game and do it like Halo.
Yeah, Halo. I think Halo would be a fantastic game for us.
Borderlands.
Yeah,
that'd be another good one. Just good fun.
But yeah. But anyways, as always, nerdists, nerd fam, I don't know.
Nerd
Star
bitches.
Wars family. Star Wars
Nerd.
elitists. Stay classy.
Call them phasers.
Yep.
The
Dudes,
phasers.
the
That'd be
phasers.
more for Star Wars. That
Yeah, Star
all
Trekky.
all Padawans, because you're now Padawans of the nerdy phase. Stay classy.
Bye.
Sorry for the short podcast. It was just short and sweet. Deuces.
Hour 25.